All right, welcome back, everybody. We are back here live again with more severe weather currently moving through Pennsylvania. We just got a new severe thunderstorm warning here for Phillipsburg, Bellefonte, Snowshoe, Carthage, Bigler, Clearfield, and Curwensville here in Pennsylvania for wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour and hail up to 1 inch in diameter. In between live streams, there was actually a report of a 68 mile per hour gust, which did prompt the National Weather Service to issue a severe thunderstorm warning for 70 mile per hour winds. That severe thunderstorm warning has expired now, but we could expect a few more of those to happen throughout this stream. So we're going to be live for the rest of this event for the most part here. I'm not going to guarantee that I'm going to be live for the rest of it, I guess, but at least for another hour or so, I am going to be watching these storms because they are definitely concerning. If you didn't tune into last stream, there are reports of 80-foot pine trees being down, and two of them, not just one, all right? So these are some very strong, destructive winds. We did also get a golf ball-sized hail report from Warren, Ohio. That's very significant, and these storms are continuing and becoming even stronger here. They are now in central Pennsylvania, the main area of concern. We may see a brief tornado spin up here. There's nothing too crazy in terms of rotation right now, but we may see it pick up later, and we did just get a new severe thunderstorm warning. That is going to be for this area here in Pennsylvania: Katanning, Ford City, Rural Valley, Dayton, Punxsutawney, Rain, Butler. You are all included in this severe thunderstorm warning. That is for 1 inch in diameter hail and wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour, so look out for that, okay? So again, this is a continuation. If you not check out the last stream, we were live for the beginning of this event and kind of the pre-event. We kind of talked about what was going to happen for about an hour until things actually started up. But this stream will be a lot more action-packed. I did say earlier, once we get to 5 severe thunderstorm warnings, we're not going to get under that until the end of the event, and that's proving true so far. Right now, we're sitting at about 7 severe thunderstorm warnings and 2 special weather statements for stronger storms. One of them is actually all the way out here in California. That's right, we do have a stronger thunderstorm here moving through portions of Los Angeles, the Whittier area, that is producing wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour, pea-sized hail, brief heavy downpours with some local roadway flooding. There is some weak rotation with this storm, resulting in the possibility of funnel clouds or a brief weak tornado spin-up. So again, we do have just a tad bit of rotation there, nothing crazy, but we could see a brief weak tornado spin-up. Again, I don't think that's likely by any means necessary. I'd say there's like a 2% chance that happens, okay? But still watch out for that storm out there in California. But the much bigger event here is obviously up here in Pennsylvania, where we've got this almost like derecho-like system that is still producing wind gusts up to 60 to 65 miles per hour and hail from quarter size to ping pong ball size in diameter, okay? So very big severe weather event currently ongoing. Again, if this travels far enough, it'll be a derecho. It meets all the other criterias of being a derecho, but the thing is, there's no way it's going to travel far enough. It has to travel 240 miles, if I remember correctly, and there's just no way that happens, but this will likely at least be a mesoscale convective system. This definitely is a severe weather outbreak at this point. But the wording doesn't matter, alright? We've got a line of damaging thunderstorms currently sweeping through central Pennsylvania, and it's pretty much across the entirety of central Pennsylvania, alright? It's impacting the entire portion of the state there, all the way from Youngstown, Ohio, back towards Scranton. You're dealing with some strong to severe thunderstorms in that entire line. So we are going to be live here for at least a little bit, covering these storms and their intensity. Again, nothing immediately tornadic right now. We don't have too many great areas of rotation, but we definitely do have some pockets of higher winds here, okay? We do have some pockets here, about 60 mile per hour winds. That's what all of these severe thunderstorm warnings are warned for, actually, 60 mile per hour winds. We have quite a bit of lightning occurring with these storms as well. We are actually getting about 220 lightning bolts a minute, which sounds more impressive than it is, considering there are a ton of areas that are getting lightning, but that's still about 4 lightning strikes per second across Pennsylvania right now, which is pretty crazy to think about. That in that one state, we have that much going on. One of our severe thunderstorm warnings did just expire. We are still left with 6 severe thunderstorm warnings here. We got Clearfield, Lock Haven, Sandy, Williamsport, that whole area there. You're under a severe thunderstorm warning, not Williamsport, but down the line you will likely be. These storms are approaching Williamsport very quickly here. These storms are moving southeast at about 60 miles per hour. Most of them are anyway. And again, they're all capable of producing large hail and damaging wind gusts at the minute. We did just lose another severe thunderstorm warning. One was removed, but we still have 5 left here. The most impressive one being this one here for $half sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Minor hail damage to vehicles is possible. Let me pull that back up. Expect wind damage to trees and power lines, resulting in some power outages. We take a look at the power outage map. I haven't looked at that for a little bit now. And, yeah, Pennsylvania actually has gotten about 1,000 more power outages since the beginning of this stream. Ohio has gotten like 2,000 more. So that is in result to the 70-mile-per-hour wind gust here. This was 68-mile-per-hour wind gust. Some spots may have gotten 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts here in Ohio, and that did knock out power for quite a few people, thousands of people even. So pretty significant there, obviously. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and continue this coverage here. Again, the most intense gust we've gotten so far is about 68 miles per hour. The largest hail report we've gotten so far is golf ball-sized hail. Those were both from the Warren, Ohio area. Warren, Ohio got hit very hard by these storms. Lots of customers without power, lots of people with damage to trees, maybe a little bit of roof damage. We don't know yet. The only wind damage report that we actually have are those 2 80-foot pine trees down, which is very significant. But yeah. This is the moment that it happened. Oh, wait, what? No, that's not it. This is from last night. It showed it for a second. Yeah, whatever. We'll back it up here. Shoot, we can't back it up far enough. Whatever, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the radar imagery looked like. We know that it happened. There was a report of it. We do have a very big hail core here near Volant in Pennsylvania. Again, this entire line is severe warning for the most part, except for this one little sliver here to the north and the west of Williamsport. It's managed to get away with no severe warning. It's kind of right in between the two. So Jersey Mills, Saladisburg, and Camel, even though you're not under a severe warning, you start having a strong storm move through. Camel, it already went through you. But large hail and damaging winds still possible with that. Approaching Saladisburg and Jersey Mills. Jersey Mills, this is on your doorstep, so look out. I feel like they should issue a severe warning for that. It's definitely doing severe criteria stuff, most likely. I shouldn't say definitely and then say most likely in the same sentence, but, you know, anyway. And we do have some pockets of very high winds here embedded in this line. Even some gusts over 70 miles per hour, half a degree off the surface. But you know what? This area is in the mountains anyway. So the surface winds are still probably chilling at, 65 miles per hour, if I had to guess, possibly. We do have a trained weather spotter report of something here. That has not popped up on the map yet, but there's a new report of quarter-size hail north of Brockport. Really just on the north side of Brockport, kind of in between Brockport and Cartwright. It doesn't matter the exact location. Pretty much the entirety of this line has produced 1-inch hail at some point. We just only have reports from some of them. Maybe not this far out. Maybe this area has not, but most of it has produced at least quarter-sized hail, most likely. Especially, this radar imagery. Like, this is only something you see in very large hail events. 73 dBz. Wow. And that's only warned for $half size hail, but it might even be larger than that, so get away from windows. Bring your car in if you have time ahead of this storm, but if you don't have time, if it's right on top of you, obviously don't go out and risk that. We will most likely get a new severe thunderstorm warning for this area any minute now, because this line of storms is moving out of the warning box, and it definitely meets severe criteria still. So areas like Punxsutawney, the intersection of interstates 95 and Highway 79 and Highway 85, or 422, I guess, near Sherwood Park, expect a warning. Butler, expect a warning. Basically, just that whole area there, south of the severe thunderstorm warning that's already there. There is a concern that this radar site could possibly get hit by a damaging wind gust and may take some damage from that. Hopefully that does not happen. That would be a worst-case scenario. But it is a possibility that we do have to consider. We are down to 4 severe thunderstorm warning now. We have gotten 1 removed. So I guess I was wrong. We dipped down to 4 instead of 5. But it's going to go right back up whenever this new warning gets issued, which is definitely going to happen. There's no doubt about that. Not sure the exact area that it'll be in, but it's probably going to be pretty large, actually. It may go as far south as... I don't know if it'll go as far south as Pittsburgh, but this line's not dying out anytime soon, so they might as well do that. And this radar site also could get hit by some damaging winds. It's kind of right on the edge of that storm there, that line. I did mention this last stream, but if I was drawing this line, I would honestly cut out the portion of it in Ohio here, because Ohio is not in this line of storms, and I did say I would move it further east, even before the line started. Oh, wow. Okay, we do have a new severe thunderstorm warning, everybody. This is the one I was talking about, the extension. This is for golf ball-sized hail and 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Take cover now. Get underground in a room without windows. You want to get to the most interior room, all right? If you can't get underground, at least get to an interior room. If you're in a mobile home, evacuate and find a more substantial shelter. This is going to be some very large hail and also very damaging wind gusts. Again, hail up to golf ball size and 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts are possible with this storm. Flying debris may be dangerous. If, like, loose objects outside get picked up, they can get flown at 70 miles per hour at your window. That would not be good. Also, that large hail threat's nothing to play around with either. Golf ball size hail, even though we've seen it a couple times today, that does not make it any less dangerous. So this is from Muddy Creek, Slippery Rock, West Sunbury, North Washington, Chicora, Adams, Worthington, Brady's Bend Township. You need to go ahead and get your shelter ready whenever this storm approaches you. Again, this is a very dangerous storm. This is one of the more concerning ones that we've seen today. Actually, the most concerning warning we've seen today. We did have one for ping pong ball size hail and 70-mile-per-hour winds. That was back here near Warren, Ohio. If you went through that, this is possibly even bigger. Just to put it in a reference. Again, we do have a little bit of a hook echo there, but there's not any immediate rotation. I will monitor that, but nothing crazy at the minute. New severe thunderstorm warning. That's going to be another extension, and that does include Punxsutawney. That's for 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Look out for that one, but it's not nearly as bad as our other warning here. Again, this is a pretty nasty-looking storm right over Harlansburg, approaching Slippery Rock. Slippery Rock, you need to get underground now. We have 10 people watching. Wow. Alright, if you're just now tuning in, we are looking at a storm producing golf ball-sized hail and 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts currently near Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania. This is a very dangerous storm. You need to take cover immediately. Flying debris may be dangerous. Large hail can shatter your windows. Those 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts, right? Even though they're not a tornado, those are magnitudes of winds that are going to be like a low-end EF0 tornado. They are going to definitely have the capabilities to cause damage to trees, power lines, roofs, maybe even just, even more structural damage in general. And wow, that hail core, man. That is a huge hail core. I was just silent there. Again, anywhere in this warning box, really, I want to emphasize you should be taking shelter. Hello, storm predictions. Again, this is a very dangerous storm here, guys. It's not rotating much, but the winds are very high. And unfortunately, this is a very, very populated area. Let me actually go ahead and see what the population of that warning box is. It looks like the population is over 50,000 people are included in that severe thunderstorm warning. There is actually a hospital inside of that warning too, so that's actually really bad. There's also 17 schools inside of it, but nobody's in school right now, obviously. Maybe a staff member is or something, but there's not like a ton of people like there would usually be. But yeah, this is a very dangerous storm, and you need to be taking cover away from this thing. Right now, the worst of the hail is going to be sitting around Slippery Rock, Moore's Corner. The worst of the winds is going to be somewhere near Jacksville right now. And again, the worst of the hail is near Slippery Rock. Slippery Rock is the biggest city included in this warning. I don't know why I said included like that. Slippery Rock is actually pretty decently sized. Let's actually check the population of Slippery Rock alone. It is, it's got about 3,500 people in that town, which isn't huge, but comparatively to what we've been talking about today, that's pretty big. Hopefully all 3,500 people in that warning are respecting the polygon, taking this seriously, because this is a very dangerous situation. And you should be taking cover as a precautionary measure. And again, Muddy Creek, West Sunbury, North Washington, down the line, you guys are going to get hit by this. Same thing with Chicora. And then we go outside of Worthington too is in the warning actually. But we go outside of the warning in areas like Kittanning. Again, a very populated town there is going to get hit by this most likely. And still a very large hail core there. Again, we do have a little bit of a hook echo. This is a very supercellular shaped storm here. There's your inflow. I know it looks like there's rain there, but that's just contamination. So there's actually inflow here. Again, it's not rotating that much, though. It does seem to be rotating just a little bit, but it's not enough to produce a tornado. We do have 6 severe thunderstorm warnings right now. Again, the most concerning one being this one here that just passed through Slippery Rock, capable of producing golf ball size hail and 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. If you are in Slippery Rock, you are safe to leave shelter, but still don't be going outside. There's still deadly lightning, possibly some large hail and damaging winds out there, but the worst of it has passed you. You are good to leave your safe spot. Again, this is a pretty dangerous storm here. Again, there's your minor amount of rotation. It's not enough to produce a tornado again, but just might as well point it out anyway, in case it does develop later down the line, then I can say, hey, I pointed this out earlier. But no, on a real note, it's so that people can be prepared. Yeah, there's your supercell, pretty much. I mean, not even pretty much. That is a supercell. Power outage reports might start to grow soon. Yeah, for sure. I 100% agree with that, Boston boy. Sorry, I don't know when you sent that chat message. It might have taken me a while to read it. I just now saw it. Power outage reports are definitely going to skyrocket, I would say, from this event. Because the main threat is damaging winds, and that's, other than a tornado, that's the most dangerous to power. And these are widespread, too. Ohio is in the clear until midnight. Oh, that's right. That's why the enhanced risk is there. There's another band of storms that form, if I remember correctly. Let's see if I do remember correctly. So this was earlier. This was before the storms formed. This is your line of storms. Right now it's a little further to the north, but this is what it's going to look like at about 8 p.m. Eastern. Actually, this would be 9 p.m. Eastern because my clock is probably in Central Time. But yeah, that I forgot. That's why there's an enhanced risk, right? Oh no, there's not any more storms there. Oh yeah, I guess the line actually does eventually go out towards Ohio there, near Wheeling, so that's why there's the enhanced risk. It still doesn't look as intense, though, as it does in this area. So I would think they would keep it at like a slight risk for eastern Ohio. But yeah, that does make sense. I thought the line pointed more southeastward. I guess it does now, but eventually it will take a southwest dive towards eastern Ohio. If you're out here in like central Ohio, like Columbus, you have that slight risk just in case that storm reaches out far enough, I think. Or like further than they expect, if I had to guess. That's why that's there. By the way, we did just get 2 severe thunderstorm warnings expired. We are down to 4 now. But this one is still very significant, and we have to watch this. This is right now about to cross Highway 528 here. This is off to the west of Muddy Creek. Again, I do want to emphasize, if you're about to get hit by the storm, please do be taking shelter. I doubt the storm sirens are going off in these communities. A few of them might be. This is a pretty intense storm in nature. But I don't think the threats are quite high enough for them to do that. But combined, maybe they should, you know. You know, golf ball-sized hail by itself, or 70-mile-per-hour winds by itself, it would be intense, but it wouldn't be, you know, shelter-worthy. But this is bad. Hey, what's up, Newcastle? Again, if you're just now tuning in, I know we've got a lot of viewers this stream, at least compared to what I usually have. So thank you for that. But also, we are looking at a live damaging severe thunderstorm currently moving through the Muddy Creek, Pennsylvania area. This storm is capable of producing wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour and golf ball-sized hail. Take cover now if you are in that warning. Give yourself like 10 minutes leeway time before it gets, give it like 10 minutes. If it's going to get to you within 10 minutes, you should be taking cover. Just in case the radar's a little bit off and it's closer to you than it looks. You want to give yourself that leeway time, or in case something else happens and you need to go back up, just make sure you're ready to go 10 minutes early. That's basically what I'm trying to say here. The Ohio power outages did actually go down, so some of those customers are already being restored, if it looks like. Those may have been customers that had their power out from something else earlier and are getting them restored, because there were quite a few customers that already had their power out before this started even. Listening to the Pittsburgh weather radio, yeah, probably going to hear quite a bit of EAS alerts. Alright, again, very concerning storm here. Possibly even more concerning now. The worst of the hail is right over the Slippery Rock Park, and oh my goodness, 77 dBz. That's a new record for today, you guys. I would not be surprised if out of the Slippery Rock Park we got like even like a baseball-sized hail report. That is massive hail that you don't see very often. Again, this is a very intense storm here. Capable of producing hail up to baseball size, if I had to guess, in a couple of spots. It may be trying to rotate just a little bit once again, but it's not enough to produce a tornado quite yet. Again, West Sunbury, the worst of the hails, it's like, it's coming in, man. The worst of the wind's going to be in the Muddy Creek area very soon. They just updated it, yeah. Alright, so, to reemphasize, 4 severe thunderstorm warnings. Clinton and Lycoming counties, Pennsylvania. Clearfield, Center, and Clinton counties, Pennsylvania. Butler, Armstrong, and Clarion and Mercer counties, Pennsylvania, and then Armstrong, Clarion, Jefferson, and Indiana counties in Pennsylvania. Those are all of our counties with the severe thunderstorm warning right now. Wow, we have 14 viewers. Thank you guys so much for all the support recently. If you are just now tuning in, though, we do have a massive storm here, capable of producing golf ball size hail and 70 miles per hour winds in Pennsylvania. This is near the Muddy Creek, West Sunbury area. West Sunbury is a pretty small community out here, it looks like. Same thing with Muddy Creek, but if you're in either of those locations, by chance, make sure that you are taking shelter. Really take shelter anywhere in this warning, and, you know, there's 50,000 people in the warning, so there's at least a decent chance that somebody in this warning box is watching. It's definitely possible. Again, there's a little bit of rotation, it looks like, but it's not really enough to produce a tornado. I'm just worried that that's going to grow, because this is a great environment for that to get worse. I know someone who lives in the warning. Like, what area? What town? If you do know somebody that lives in one of these warnings, make sure that you are giving them a heads up about this storm. Scranton, you're not in this special weather statement, but the storm that's going to go just off to the west of you is going to be capable of producing 50-mile-per-hour winds, gusts, and pea-sized hail in the intensification possible tag. You're not in it, dang it. So Scranton, like the southwestern suburbs of Scranton, are likely going to get hit by some wind, some hail soon, so look out there. Again, guys, this is a really bad storm here near West Sunbury at the minute. It's right over Claytonia. The worst of the hail is. Still up to 77 dBz with a new scan again. Is Hanover impacted? Where's Hanover? Let me look. Hanover, Pennsylvania? Or is it Ohio? No, it's Pennsylvania. Hanover is likely not going to get any severe weather. You're in the marginal risk in Hanover. If this is the Hanover you're talking about, then that's in the marginal risk of severe weather. The line of storms might clip you, but it will be much weaker by then. You may get an isolated strong gust or large hailstone, but it's not going to be anything crazy for the Hanover area. Again, if you're just now tuning in, I know we got a lot of viewers just now tuning in. We are looking at a severe thunderstorm that is producing 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts and golf ball-sized hail near West Sunbury in Pennsylvania. It is trying to rotate a little bit. It's not too impressive yet, but we may see the tornado possible tag get slapped onto this severe thunderstorm warning. You're in Delaware? Yeah, Delaware's not going to see anything. I assume you're in Delaware saying you wanted to see something. Just because of your username. Again, this is not only producing very large hail, this should really be upgraded to tennis ball size hail. This warning should, at least tennis ball size, maybe even baseball size or apple size. But also 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts may occur with this storm in a couple of spots. You're going to want to take cover from this storm, man. It's insane right now. This is just off to the south of West Sunbury, Pennsylvania right now. Let's see the nose velocity scan. The rotation's likely going to be right over West Sunbury. Yeah, I mean, there's not much there. There's really not. It's not immediately tornadic, I wouldn't say. And it's possible there might be a confirmed tornado. You mean like from this event? At the beginning of last stream, I was like, I'd say one tornado is my guess. I was thinking it was going to be one brief spin-up tornado was going to be my guess for this event. I'm still thinking that's a possibility, but at this point, I'm leaning closer to the fact that there's probably going to be no tornadoes. That does not mean that this line is not intense. It definitely is. It's more intense in the wind and hail threats than expected. It's just the tornadic threat has not developed at all yet. And I mean, it has more time. It does. But if it doesn't develop soon, we're not going to see anything. Which is good. Obviously, we don't like tornadoes hitting populated areas like this. If there was like an EF5 tornado in a grass plain for thousands of miles, that would be awesome to see. But whenever that kind of thing happens in populated areas, it's not good. And we're not going to see an F5 tornado. I just want to specify that. There is a 0% chance that we see an EF5 tornado today. A negative 1,000% chance. What does the light blue on the radar mean? That's actually a really good question. Because light blue usually does not appear. Alright, a lot of people probably don't even know what that is. That is large to very large hail falling. The person you know is near West Sunbury. Yeah. I mean, you should probably let them know, but yeah. The blue is large to very large hail. In this instance, very large hail. There's so much of it, which is not common, But yeah, West Sunbury, they're kind of getting the worst of it right now. Probably pretty intense out there. Probably quite a bit of wind, hail. If that person, make sure that if they do get any, severe weather reports or any damage, they're reporting that into the National Weather Service. Because that does help inform the general public, and it helps keep track record of events like this. Kind of, what actually happened. And it also lets people ahead of the storm know that that's what's coming. The storm does not look like it's got much of a hook echo anymore, at least not as much as it did earlier. That was like a typical supercell shape. It's still a supercell, but anyway, we do have a new severe thunderstorm warning. That is going to be in Pennsylvania, obviously. That is going to be for the Nanticoke area. This storm near Scranton that we mentioned earlier did intensify. I did say it had the intensification possible tag on it, and it did intensify. This is a 60-mile-per-hour wind and 1-inch hail severe thunderstorm warning. Does not include Scranton. It's off to the southwest of Scranton. Scranton, you're good, but Nanticoke, that's a pretty big city there. You're in the path. Did you do a stream on Wednesday the 3rd? I probably did. During the spring, I'm streaming like every day pretty much for severe weather. It's ridiculous. Let's see, did I do something on the 3rd? Was that the Nebraska outbreak? No, that was the 6th. I'm stupid. Let me see. Let me look at the 3rd. Yes, I did go live on the 3rd. It was titled The April 3rd Severe Weather Outbreak as It Happened. I think we actually went live a few times on April 3rd, if I remember correctly. New severe thunderstorm warning. That is going to be there in the Tornado and Inland Sussex County. Yeah, I think I did. We do have a new severe thunderstorm warning that does include State College there in Pennsylvania. Look out for that. That is a 1-inch and 60-mile-per-hour wind, hail and windstorm, respectively. We got up to 14 viewers for a second. That's really good for my channel size. And I do want to thank you all for support recently. It's been crazy. If you do have any questions about your location, leave them down below. That's the whole point of me streaming, is to make sure that everybody's safe in this area of storms. Or even, like, for upcoming storms. If you're worried about your area, I'll let you know. Still some very impressive large hail here, up to 74 dBZs. Which is crazy. Near North Oakland. I am using Radar Omega. Best radar app out there, in my opinion. This is the same kind of stuff that the professionals use on, like, news TV. And you can have it on your iPhone for $9 or Android device. Not a sponsor, I just love them. I guess I should say I love it. It's kind of weird that I love the people that made it. Alright. And we have 6 severe thunderstorm warnings. All of them are your standard 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds, except for the one in Clarion, Butler, and Armstrong counties. It's been condensed, but it's still warned for golf ball-sized hail and 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts, which means that threat continues. It's coming to Chicora very soon, the south side of Chicora. New severe thunderstorm warning, that's going to be for Indiana, Armstrong, and Jefferson counties in Pennsylvania. That's an extension for this warning. That is for nickel-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. You have it on your phone, you like it, that's great. Unfortunately for PC, it's like $4.99 a month, but yeah, you'd have to buy a subscription to get it on PC. It went off on WXM33, yeah. Yep, all the severe warnings should. It is great to see that we do have so many different people interacting in the chat. Again, I know I've said this like 100 times, and it's probably getting very cliche at this point. It's probably cliche the first time I said it, but thank you all so much for tuning in, watching me live. Sometimes, I get a little bored during these streams, but whenever we got a ton of people chatting, questions I can answer, I'd love to do nothing more. Again, I know it sounds cliche and cringy, but it's true. Alright, this is going right into North Oakland at the minute. Will you be streaming the outbreak of severe weather in Iowa, Illinois area the next couple days? Yes, for sure. Oh my goodness, that hail core is just ridiculous. I mean, it just does not want to die. It's been 74 dBz or higher for so long now, and it still is. Again, this is going to go off to the north of North Oakland. North of the north, haha. North Oakland, I would be in shelter, though. I'm not risking that. It's like, the worst of the hail is like 300 feet away from the town. But yes, I will be live for the next few days. I am actually in the Tuesday slight risk of severe weather, which I'm very excited about. Yeah, we'll be live for that. But anyway, back to the ongoing storm here. I keep checking just to see if there is any rotation developing, but nothing really at all. At this point, it is damaging winds and large to very large hail that are definitely the only concerns. At this point, I'm becoming less and less convinced that there's going to be a tornado today. I'm thinking at this point there's probably like a 15% chance of a tornado. I'm like right in the middle of day 4, 15% chance. Yeah, let's check out the day 4 actually. It was, oh yeah, that was in the Ohio Valley. Oh, okay, yeah, so, the day 4 slight is, kind of centered around Kentucky, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Tennessee. Back. Nice. Alright. Again, just monitoring the velocities very closely right now. Again, though, at this point, I'd give it maybe a 15% chance that we see a tornado today. Tornado warning chance, just like the warning in general, I would say it's going to be a 30% chance, if I had to guess. I still think even just a tornado warning is unlikely, but it could happen, and I wouldn't be, like, totally shocked. But it's going to these storms are really going to have to get their act together pretty quickly if that's going to happen. You know, hopefully it doesn't. But I don't want to make it sound like I'm rooting for a violent tornado to happen, because that's really bad. But just kind of giving my thoughts on this. Still some very large hail, especially to the south of Chicora now. Kind of moving through these little roads out here over the Buffalo Creek. This is going to continue to head southeast towards Radigan. Radigan, I would be taking cover soon. Again, 70-mile-per-hour winds and golf ball-sized hail still possibly occurring with that storm. I download Radar Omega on your desktop. That's good. That's great. Always love to see new Radar Omega users get it. I don't know when this came in, but Slippery Rock just got a golf ball-sized hail report somewhat recently. I may have saw that earlier and thought that was the other golf ball-sized hail report, but no, that is different. So we've had multiple instances of golf ball-sized hail now across Ohio and Pennsylvania. That's actually from this storm, so now it's confirmed that this is dropping golf ball-sized hail. It's no longer a radar-indicated threat. And again, this storm is heading southeast. It says it's moving east at 60 miles per hour. It's really heading kind of southeast, east-southeast. Punxsutawney, you just went through the worst of what you're going to get most likely. Maybe it was some wind, some hail, but that's mostly over. Probably just some heavy rain and lightning now possible. Even the rain should slow down very drastically soon, though. Again, it's this one line of storms, man. Alright. Let's take a look at our storm near Scranton. That has actually been upgraded to ping pong ball size hail now that it is approaching Nanticoke. It's over the Sweet Valley right now. The worst of the hail is, at least. And let's check out our severe warnings. Yep, still the most intense ones. Obviously, this one back here near Worthington, south of Chicora. There's so many polygons in here. It's a mess. It's hard to tell which which storm the warnings are for, like specifically. There are some spots that are going to get hit by this line twice. Like, if you're in Indiana, you're going to get hit by this part of the line, and then pretty shortly after, you might get hit by this little supercell here. This little supercell was a part of the line, but it's kind of broken off since then. It's kind of its own little storm now. I don't know how much longer it's going to be able to survive like that, though, because it's about to ram back into this line, which is probably going to lower the hail threat and the wind threat with it very much, because the other storms in the area are going to be sucking up all that sweet storm juice from it. It's going to kind of crash into the line of storms and die out, basically, is what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying it very weirdly. The line of storms is mostly south of Interstate 80 now. There are some spots, like the snowshoe area, that it's still crossing Interstate 80, so you might want to give it another 10 to 15 minutes there, at least. But from Clearfield westward, the storms have passed Interstate 80. If you're east of Clearfield, they're still crossing Interstate 80, so you might want to wait it out, 20 to 30 minutes in some spots, even, unfortunately. But yeah, west of Clearfield, you're good to travel on I-80 from anywhere from Clarion to anywhere from Monroe over to Clearfield, to be more specific. But I would not recommend traveling outside of that on I-80 right now in Pennsylvania. Alright. We still have these storms out here in California. At this point, they're down to showers. They're not even storms anymore, but still capable of producing 50-mile-per-hour winds and pea-sized hail, according to this. They're getting even stronger, according to the warnings, but, I mean, you can see the radar. I guess the radar look was never that impressive. What program are you using? What do you mean by that? To stream, I'm using OBS. Alright, this warning has been condensed, and it still is for golf ball-sized hail and 70-mile-per-hour winds, so it's still producing that. At least according to the radar, the National Weather Service is noting. No, the radar? You know what radar I'm using? Radar Omega. This is not severe warn, but we probably have some at least quarter-size hail about to hit Eau Claire. And you're not under a severe thunderstorm warning in Eau Claire, but that is definitely a strong storm, possibly even severe. And there we go, as soon as I say it. Literally every time as soon as I say it. It is warned for 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds now. Watch out for that. That is going to be approaching Punxsutawney, so Punxsutawney, you're not done. Alright? This storm is also definitely capable of producing damaging winds. Those bright green colors you see there, those are winds potentially up to 60 miles per hour at the surface in some spots. We have a special weather statement again all the way out in Oregon. This is for John Day and Prairie City. There's nothing there. Public reported up to half-inch hail. There's nothing there. What do you mean, public reported? There's nothing there. Is the radar just not picking it up? Is it actually storming there? It's not even like it just left the warning box. No, there was actually just never anything there. Huh. Well, apparently there's half-inch hail just falling out of nowhere in John Day, Prairie City, and Long Creek. That's weird. Are they talking about this little shower? Is that what they're talking about? Let's back it up. I mean, there's no way that's producing half-inch hail. That is, like, there's just no way. Yeah, it's definitely public reported. It's definitely not like that on radar. Well, apparently they were talking about these showers. But oh, well, I mean, even that is still, you know, like, is it actually half-inch hail? But it could be maybe at one point. Definitely not anymore, though, so this warning should be removed. Alright, we got 3 more minutes until a lot of our warnings expire. What happened to our golf ball size hail one? It got downgraded. That's good. It's now down to... Is it the one for nickel sized hail? I don't know. It definitely got downgraded, though. And extended longer, because it expired in 3 minutes. But now it's at least 18 minutes. I don't know. Well, the warning's gone, so that's good. Obviously. It was this one. Yeah, it's downgraded to 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Which is still a severe thunderstorm, but it's not anything crazy. I'm tired. Oh, it just hit me. I was, like, perfectly fine and full of energy 5 seconds ago. Oh. I want to take a nap all of a sudden. Man, it really just hit me. I was not tired even a little bit 5 minutes ago, and now I'm just... Whew. What 1 minute ago, not even 5 minutes ago, just 1 minute ago I was fine. Oh. I don't know what happened. All of a sudden I just want to take a nap so badly. I was totally fine. But why am I so tired all of a sudden? Again, I was fine like 2 minutes ago. Ugh, I lost my train of thought completely from what I was saying, sorry. Oh, I don't know what happened. You guys heard me, I was like on a roll 5 minutes ago. I wouldn't stop yapping, but now I'm just knocked out. Literally me, lol. Seriously though, what? Okay. Okay. Well, it is now 6 p.m. my time, 7 p.m. Eastern. I know this is taking place in Eastern time. Alright, well, we don't have any more big warnings. We don't have any tornado warnings. We don't have any considerable severe thunderstorm warnings. And I am tired all of a sudden, apparently. So I think I'm gonna go lie down and like take a nap or something. I want to thank you all for watching this live stream. I may be live again later. I don't know. It's funny. At the beginning of the first stream, I was like, all right, one and done. And then an hour and a half in, I was like, I gotta eat supper. And then I was like, okay, 2 and done. And now I'm like, oh, I think I started the first stream way too early. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing crazy out there right now, you guys. So I'm gonna go lie down because I'm all tired all of a sudden. I was up very late last night, so that could be part of it, but I don't, like, why is it all of a sudden I'm so tired? Anyway, thank you all for watching this live stream. I may be back later if there is a tornado warning, but outside of that, I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace.